Every town has its own ghost story, every city its own tale of terror. But when we start discussing the shadowy figure of the serial killer, we step out of the realm of myth and into the chilling, all-too-real world of the monsters that live among us. The spectral entities of folklore may send a shiver down your spine, yet it's the earthly predators, those prolific murderers, who leave the most lasting, horrifying impressions. An eerie tale spun around a campfire may scare you for a night, but the real-life terror of a serial killer has the power to haunt a community, a nation, and even the world for decades, sometimes centuries. These killers are not simply a source of fear. They are a source of revulsion, disdain, and an impetus for introspection into the darkest aspects of the human psyche. The true terror of a serial killer lies in their ability to walk among us, to blend into society, and to strike seemingly at random. They elude detection often for years, leaving trails of victims in their wake. Their crimes are not just gruesome, they are a stark reminder of the evil that can lurk in the hearts of individuals. These are people who, beneath the facade of normalcy, commit acts of horror that exceed the worst nightmares. This makes the exploration of their crimes not just a study in criminology, but a deep dive into the abyss of human nature. Today we delve into the darkest corners of human history as we explore the top 5 most notorious serial killers of all time. Beginning at number 5, we find ourselves in the shadowy world of Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker. Ramirez, a name that evokes terror and fear, was a notorious serial killer who held the city of Los Angeles under his grip from 1984 to 1985. This ominous period was defined by his reign of terror, a reign that was characterized by a series of ruthless home invasions. His modus operandi was yet profoundly disturbing. He would infiltrate residences under the cover of darkness, mercilessly ending the lives of his unsuspecting victims. His acts of violence were not merely confined to murder. No, Ramirez took it a step further. He left behind horrifying scenes straight out of a grisly horror film, scenes that were marked by grotesque and macabre remnants of his cruel deeds. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of Ramirez's heinous crimes was his signature. The satanic symbols he would etch at his crime scenes, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked within him. Our fourth journey takes us to the heartland of the United States, a place where the name John Wayne Gacy continues to haunt the residents. Gacy, a man infamous for his heinous crimes, has been eternally etched in the annals of American criminal history. Referred to as the Killer Clown, his name has become a terrifying symbol of fear and horror. Gacy was not an ordinary individual, he was an expert manipulator whose acts were far from amusing. By leveraging his charming persona and shrewdness, he would beguile naive, unsuspecting young boys with the illusion of magic tricks. With a deceiving smile hiding his wicked intentions, Gacy would steer these boys into a nightmarish situation. Once they were ensnared in his control, these innocent boys would face the unthinkable. Gacy didn't just extinguish their lives in cold blood. He did it with a level of sadistic satisfaction that's beyond understanding. Each life he seized was a part of a macabre game from which he derived twisted pleasure. The extent of his wickedness was astonishing, even to seasoned investigators. His appalling reign of terror remained undetected for years, hidden beneath his outwardly ordinary life. However, his gruesome secret was finally brought to light in late 1978 when 33 boys were discovered buried underneath his house. So, is John Wayne Gacy the absolute worst, or is he just the worst that we are aware of? But wait, there's a chilling twist. Hold on to your seats, as in our bonus feature we'll unravel the dark past of a relatively unknown but equally gruesome serial killer. Will this revelation challenge Gacy's infamous title? Subscribe to my channel and help me dig deeper into who could potentially claim the title of... Securing the third position on our list is the infamous Zodiac Killer. A figure whose identity still remains undisclosed, he held the city of San Francisco prisoner with a grip of unrelenting fear throughout the late 1960s and early 1970s. This shadowy figure emerged from the depths of anonymity, shrouding the bustling city under a dark cloud of terror and uncertainty. It was not only the gruesome murders that instilled fear in the hearts of San Francisco citizens, but the psychological warfare he brazenly conducted. The Zodiac Killer, as we know him today, wasn't merely content with causing physical harm. His reign of terror extended far beyond the crime scenes, seeping into every home through his chilling and taunting letters addressed to police. His letters, often containing cryptic ciphers, were a testament to his twisted genius. They were strategically designed to baffle and confuse, mocking the futile attempts of law enforcement to decode them. Each letter was a cruel reminder of his unperturbed existence, a slap in the face of justice. Even after several decades have passed, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains a mystery. His cryptic ciphers have withstood time, refusing to reveal their secrets. They serve as a chilling reminder of a time when fear roamed the streets of San Francisco. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror was marked not only by the brutal slayings, but by his taunting letters to the police, containing cryptic ciphers that to this day remain unsolved. Our runner-up at number 2 is the chilling Ted Bundy. A man with an attractive charm and a silver tongue, Bundy was cleverly deceptive, hiding a monstrous personality beneath an innocent facade. He was the epitome of the phrase "a wolf in sheep's clothing," known for his charismatic demeanor and articulate speech that served as a perfect disguise for his deadly intentions. Throughout the turbulent 1970s, a time marked with socio-political upheaval, Bundy utilized his deadly charisma to lure unsuspecting women into his sinister grasp. His victims were often young, innocent women, unsuspectingly drawn towards his allure, completely oblivious to the heinous fate that awaited them. Behind the guise of his charismatic charm lay a cold-blooded murderer who preyed on the vulnerability of these women. Bundy's horrific deeds were not confined to a single state. His reign of terror sprawled across multiple states, leaving trails of horror and fear wherever he went. Each victim was a tragic testament to his monstrosity, a grim reminder of the man's lethal charm and exceptional cunning. The devastating toll of Bundy's murderous spree claimed the lives of at least 30 women, marking him as one of the deadliest serial killers in history. This alarming figure serves as a grim reminder of the extent of his brutal activities, making him one of the most prolific serial killers of all time. And finally, at number 1, we reach the most infamous character, Harold Shipman, a man who stands tall in the annals of history for all the wrong reasons. Harold Shipman hailed from the United Kingdom. He was trusted by many as a reliable physician. He used this trust, this position of power, to carry out atrocious acts that sent shockwaves across the globe. Shipman is held responsible for the murder of more than 200 of his unsuspecting patients, thus making his name synonymous with the most prolific serial killer in our known history. His weapon wasn't brute force or firearms, but something that was meant to alleviate pain, a lethal injection of diamorphine, a contrast as striking as it was horrifying. His chosen victims were primarily elderly women, a demographic that put their faith in his medical expertise without any inkling of his dark intentions. As for his motivation, that still remains nebulous, a cold echo of the frighteningly profound depths of human depravity. So there you have it, the top 5 most notorious serial killers of all time. These unnerving figures haunt the pages of history and murals of criminal investigation. Each one is a stark representation of the chilling capabilities that can be hidden within the layers of the human psyche. They are disturbing examples of what can happen when humanity's darker instincts run unchecked, eclipsing all sense of morality and reason. In our journey through this grim tableau of history's most terrifying murderers, we've explored the depths and dimensions of their cruel minds. We've examined their sinister motivations, delved into their twisted logic, and scrutinized their horrific actions. From the chilling precision of their planning to ferocity of their acts, each element is a testament to their ominous presence in our societal memory. But why do we do this? Why do we delve into the corners of history, into the minds of individuals who have committed such heinous acts? It's because knowledge is the first step toward prevention. Understanding dark figures helps us to identify signs before they escalate into actions. This knowledge empowers us. It equips us to stay vigilant, to be mindful of the threats that could be lurking in the shadows. It gives us the tools we need to the recurrence of such monstrous acts. But remember, knowledge is power. And by understanding these monsters, we can better equip ourselves to spot the warning signs and hopefully prevent future atrocities. Now, this is about you, the viewers. I'm here to explore the topics that interest you most. Let me know in the comments if there is a specific video you would like me to make. Your feedback is key in shaping the content we produce. And if you found this video informative and compelling, please subscribe to stay updated on our latest content. The chilling tales of these notorious serial killers may be well ingrained in our minds, but there are many such figures who remain shrouded in obscurity. Our bonus feature for today takes us back to the gloomy streets of Cleveland in the 1930s, to the reign of a lesser-known but equally gruesome serial killer, the Cleveland torso murderer. In a time of economic depression, this faceless monster preyed on the most vulnerable citizens, leaving a trail of dismembered bodies and spreading terror in the city. His victims were often homeless or low-income individuals, making their identification challenging and the pursuit of justice even more difficult. The Cleveland torso murderer was never officially identified, leaving the case as one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries in American crime history. The killer's ability to evade capture is a stark reminder that even in our quest for understanding, some darkness remains untouched, lurking in the underbelly of society. Despite the lack of a face or a name, the Cleveland torso murderer left a lasting impact. His reign of terror served as a grim reminder of the vulnerabilities of society's less fortunate, the ones often overlooked. It illustrated the importance of vigilance, of community support, and of treating every life with equal importance. As we delve into the unknown, we continue to learn, to grow, and to understand the complexities of the human mind. The Cleveland torso murderer may be a lesser-known figure in the annals of crime, but his story serves as a potent reminder of our duty to protect, to serve, and to remember. Through understanding the darkness, we strive to bring light and hopefully peace.